Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Folks, it is Monday evening, and we're having a discussion about a topic that is not trending. A video that a few of you sent me, and it's on World Star. Woman got mad at her date for refusing to buy her groceries. Only dating for a couple of days, according to the video. $472. $472. Let me repeat that. Now, gone are the days where, if you marry the cow, you marry the calf. That's that old shit, 60s, 70s, 80s. Now, are you getting a special woman? Is she unique? Why would you pay for a child that's not yours? According to you guys. And I feel different. I've changed my way of thinking. I have updated things, so to speak. And I don't want to just jump out the window and steer the conversation, but I don't think that you should pay for groceries. I personally like to date women now who have older kids, old-ass kids. If something's wrong with your dental, your health insurance, call your kids. Don't look at me, But a lot of you guys, you're dating these younger females, and are you getting trapped? I don't know. The video, I did not post it in my community section, but again, it's on World Star and a few other sites, and that is my topic for this evening, okay? Showrunner, did you or do you get high with your parents? Just a random thought. I had a discussion today with an old associate of mine, and I remembered that he used to get high with his mom. And a great guy from New Jersey. I'm not going to put his business out there, but he has no shame about this. And till this day, his mother, she's a lot older, but they still have a great relationship. Anybody want to chime in? Anybody want to chime in? Whether that helps or by today's standards, parenting, getting high with your children. Now, today's drug of choice is weed for the most part, or I guess pills. Do you pop pills with your parents? I personally have never gotten high with my parents, but I would love to hear from you guys, all right? Okay, brand new computer here. We should be okay. I had some technical difficulties earlier, okay? Deeds, are we okay? Shoot me a text message. Let me know if we're good to go, all right? But my main topic, again, woman got mad at her date for not wanting to purchase. Did she say she wanted him to purchase everything or just half on the $472? Only a couple of days. So that was what, a smash out session, and now she wants you to pick up the cost. And she did say she had a 1-year-old. If I didn't mention that, a 1-year-old, huh? All right, phone lines are open early, and let me make sure everything is good here with my Okay, with my Cash App, Super Chat, and all that sort of jazz, right? Yeah, it's Monday. Not a lot going on Monday. And, oh my goodness. Does anybody want to call in about the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles? Yada Bear, where are you? What happened against the 49ers? Whoa. I did not see most of the game. I saw maybe a quarter. And I saw the Eagles getting beat, huh? Is it over that fast? Good God almighty. Okay, phone lines are open here. Hold on a second. Nathaniel, I got your donation early. Thank you, sir. Hey, Deeds, thank you for your patience. Good evening on a Monday. Is Deeds there? In 5, 4, 3. Deeds, are my phones working? Deeds?
Can you hear me?
Hey, there you go. It's cracked. Loud and clear.
What's going on?
Okay, yeah, I had some technical issues. Thank you for being patient. Let's you and I talk about the merch first, because the holiday seasons are coming. We've got some exclusives. Certain things are being phased out, and limited edition merch. Yes?
Yes, I took away a couple of items. What was it? I can't even remember. I know one was respectfully. That's gone now. So if you got it, then congratulations, you have a limited edition.
Okay.
I really want people to focus on I'm Not Your Brother. Karens must be stopped.
Karens must
citizens,
be stopped.
Was it concerned citizens?
Concerned citizens. Concerned
Yes,
citizen.
concerned citizens. That's our newest design. So, go into the shop. You can see the banner at the end of the show. There's some of the merchandise under the rebroadcast, and make a purchase.
Okay. Okay.
And then send Star a screenshot. And we do have an Instagram page. So if you want, you got a business you want to promote, make a purchase, send us a screenshot, and I'll put it on the Instagram page.
Right. Any WWE updates, because that's your world, and I always tell you can call in. I'm not a WWE watcher. Anything new, exciting, shocking?
Well,
That we should know?
everybody's excited because CM Punk is back in the WWE.
Who?
And CM Punk, he's yeah, it's a big thing for everybody. I'm not really a CM Punk fan, but
Okay.
oh yeah, please stop talking smack about the Eagles, please.
Oh, that's right. So you
Please.
and Yada Bear are big Eagles fans. What happened? I only saw part of the second quarter. What happened?
Honestly, I just felt like Jalen, he was trying to hold on to the ball too long, and we got outplayed. And Debo Samuel, he happy now because he was talking smack ever since last year. And honestly, if you're not a Jets fan or a 49ers fan, please be quiet because we beat everybody else. And we're still 10-2. We lost 2 games.
Okay. So everything's okay. Were there any injuries, or Jalen Hurts just couldn't put it together, or?
Yeah, well, he's actually been playing on an injury for a few games now.
Okay.
So, it's understandable. But we got outplayed yesterday. They did their thing, and the better team won.
Okay. Deeds,
but Eagles for life.
Before you go, the show title, any thoughts as a woman? I'm not trying to put your business out there, but woman got mad at her date for refusing to buy her groceries. Did you see the video? Not that you had to, but
no, I missed it. But these women are getting out of pocket now with these expectations. Take care of yourself. My mother taught me to take care of myself. You don't depend on people to take care of you out here in life. So you want somebody to buy your groceries. What are you giving in return?
How about I change the title, because you do help me with titles. How about I change the title? Should real men take care of the next man's child, or something like that? Should real men support the? What do you think?
The next man's child. That'd be a good one. I'm sure there are people out there that are with I cannot hear y'all. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Okay.
There are men out there that have women that have children by other men. Do you play father to this one, and how much involved are you into that child's life? And do you have to fall back for the dad? Does the dad have an issue with it? Yeah.
Okay, I just changed the title. Make sure my spelling is okay when you get off. Should real men take care of the next man's child? Pow! It's a question now. It's official. All right, thank you, Deeds. I'm gonna let you go. And you're in the live chat about the merch?
I'm gonna post the link throughout the show.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon, Deeds.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you. Bye. All right. That's Deeds, guys. She runs my merch division and the Spotify page, and she lets you guys talk crazy in that live chat. We don't have no admins. If you're trying to screw up business, she'll get you up out of there. But otherwise, she wants you, and I want you talking crazy. Easy to be nasty. I got your donation. Let's go Niners. Okay. James, I got your donation. Star, I heard you are moving back down south. Did you consider moving back to north? No. So I'm out of. Well, I mean, I have a buyer for the home here in Stone Harbor, New Jersey. So after the 1st of January, I'm looking at the Crystal Coast of North Carolina. And maybe I can tie that into tonight's title, Should Real Men Take Care of the Next Man's Child? Because I'm looking for a part-time girlfriend. Anywhere between Emerald Isle and Wilmington, North Carolina. That's a big stretch, but a part-time girlfriend. I'm not your sugar daddy. I'm not going to go half with you on your fucking bills. A part-time girlfriend. But thank you for your donation. Yeah, North Carolina is where I'm headed. I'm looking at the Crystal Coast, okay? But thank you for your donation, right? Let's go to area code 404. It's Monday. Do you see the title based upon a video on World Star? 404. Hey, 404. You got to turn that down in the background. Good evening.
Yeah. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm great. How about yourself?
I'm great. This is what I'm going to say. You changed the title, but I had a child. I was married one time for 7 years, and he got on drugs, so I divorced him, whatever. And I met a gentleman. I stay in Atlanta.
Okay.
And we're a perfect couple. He treats my son like he was his very own.
Nice.
We stay off of Morningside, and we're just thriving, as a team, as a unit, and for him to build my black son, because, it's hard building black children, especially without a father or a mother or somebody to pay attention to the children. So I can say that I'm not going to say luck, but I'm part of the 1%, you could say.
I just have one question. How old are you?
I'm 29.
You go, girl. And I don't believe in luck, but you are lucky. You found...
I don't either. Right.
You found a heterosexual man in Atlanta that's helping you take...
Well, he's from Boston. He's from Boston.
Okay.
He does banking. Okay. He does banking. I'm a nurse, so,
But he's heterosexual. He's heterosexual in Atlanta.
Yes. He's been in Atlanta for 9 years.
You go, girl. You go, girl.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you. If I didn't catch him, I wanted to catch you because I've been wanting you for a long time.
Well, no, hang on, because I mean, I don't care if you lick a hole or suck a pole, but down there, it's the ratio of heterosexual men, it's slim to none, right?
It really is. It is, and like I said, I don't believe in luck, but I'm part of the 1%.
Yeah.
I work every day. He works every day. He treats my son like it's he's like he just had him out of his loins. So
you go.
I'm happy.
You go. Yes. I have nothing to say. I thank you for the call.
Thank you, and I'm gonna say this for Christmas. Fuck them kids.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Damn. Okay. We're off to a good start here, folks. Monday evening. This is not a trending topic again, but the video that I saw, anybody know where this happened? Woman got mad at her date for refusing to buy her groceries. Can we help that man get his followers or subscribers up if he's on social media? As they're walking out of the Walmart, he goes to put his hands in his pocket, and she said, "That's right, put your hands in your pockets." And he was pulling the carriage. And didn't she say, "You don't have to pull the carriage"? And he let it go. Salute to that man. I don't want no drama, no tension. Purvis, I got your donation. Purvis, are you calling in? I would love to get a New York Jets update, sir. He says Niners and Jets defense are the same. Okay. If you say so, sir. Area code 704. It's Monday evening. Are you there? Monday 704. Yes, no, maybe? Are you?
Hey, Star.
Hey. Who's this?
It's Lisa from Jersey.
Hey, Lisa, I've got 2 female callers in a row. I'm on a roll here. What's cracking with this with this topic? Did you see the video? You know what I'm talking about?
I did see the video.
Talk to me.
I saw the video, and I felt like she was justified.
Ooh, come on.
Absolutely. Okay, so it was their 3rd date, right?
According to the video, yeah.
Yeah, so 9 times out of 10, they probably fucked before. Sorry for the F-bomb.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm pretty sure she's giving it up, and he was justified in paying for her groceries.
Mm.
Yes, he was.
No,
My man is sitting.
I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you. I don't have no knowledge here. I feel different, but now let's take it.
My husband, my fiance feels different as well.
Okay. Salute to him. Tell him I said hello, and I thank him for letting you call in. But now, according to the late, great Kevin Samuels, yes, you better give it up fast. You better give it up fast. Let me sample the goods. Because,
worm food.
Yeah, give it up fast.
That's worm food.
So that I can sample the goods because, you're in Seek of the Ring, not me. So now, I'm going to assume this video is real.
Kevin Samuels is worm food.
Okay, well, hang on. Okay, well, never mind that. I'm going to assume this video is real, but you say yes. After a smash out, you should pay for half of the $472, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. My man did it. I don't know why he's disagreeing. My man, he always comes out of pocket, baby. You do. He always comes out of pocket. What's the difference?
Can we just hear him say something so that we can know he's there? Can he just say hello? Anything?
Say hello, baby.
Hey, what's going on, man? I wasn't paying up $100.
Hey, salute,
no,
man.
he said half.
Salute.
He said half.
Salute. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Did you hear him, Star? Yes.
I heard
half.
Him. I heard him.
Half.
So
at
now,
at least.
Listen, I appreciate you standing on your position. Go ahead and finish up. I feel different. I'm from that older generation where, if you marry the cow, you marry the calf. But by today's standards, I ain't paying for shit. And I'm nobody.
No.
Go ahead.
Listen, I feel like the mammies of yesterday have ruined it for us young women because they're raising these sons and they're like, oh, you don't pay for valet. You don't pay for this. You don't pay for that. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You need to come out of your pocket. And my man came out of his pocket. He proposed before you had proposed. And, yeah, we're living a good life. Happy wife, happy life.
Oh, my God.
Period.
Thank you. I gave you the last word. Thank you for calling. Thank you so much to both of you. Thank you. Okay. Got that nigga in check. Troll babies, did you hear that man in check? Now, I can assure you, no disrespect to that man. You see, a lot of these guys, they talk that talk when wifey's not around. But when wifey's sitting right there, you have what we just had, a real call, huh? Now, I will say this. You're going to pay for it in some way, shape, or form, regardless, whether it's up front, whether it's in the long haul. Oh, my God. You're going to pay for it. If you go to a club, you on that type of shit, making it rain on bitches. Wouldn't you come out better if you just pay for some groceries? I'm asking. I don't do that at clubs. I'm not on that, making it rain shit, I don't buy groceries. No. Phone lines open. Sit tight. Hold on. Adrena, hi. I got your PayPal. Thank you so much. Yes, Adrena. After January, I'm moving down to. I don't even have a place yet. I have to go back down there to the Carolina coast and find a place. But I'm looking anywhere between Emerald Isle, which I do like Emerald Isle, and Wilmington. So I'm looking for a part-time girlfriend, if that's you. And I'm willing to make sacrifices. I've been talking a little greasy, over the years. I will take a woman with gray edges as long as you have old-ass kids. I don't want no young-ass kids because, I can't see I can't see what you're working with. It's a fucking gamble, but part-time girlfriend, okay? Thank you for your donation. Crown, are you calling in? Okay, Crown taking shots at Rory. Roriana makes her boys pay for the groceries. # per. Okay. Did anybody get high with their parents, or are you not willing to discuss that? If you want to call in and talk about LeBron James, having words with the coach. What is that tether's name? He was coaching the Celtics. Now he's coaching the Rockets. You want to call in, talk about that, okay? Sir Shai says, Star, I was wrong about Philly and San Francisco. Sir Shai, thank you, but I don't remember. I just remember Yada Bear talking hella greasy. Yada Bear, do you want to call in? Text me if you do. If not, we'll understand. We will understand. 49ers gave him that work. Uh-oh. There he is, Brooklyn Giggles, a.k.a. Theo. Good evening, sir. How are you?
Well, if you put out my government name every time, like, come on, man.
Well, you know my government name.
Yo, come on, man. What's going on, sir? I saw the I saw the video of the chick from Walmart.
Right.
That video, I'm tired of this city girl mentality. It gotta end. What I didn't like about the video was her nails. I saw how long her nails looked. That was crazy. And what another thing that pissed me off about that video was the cashier. She was giggling.
Yeah.
Agreeing with her, like, yeah girl.
Yeah, girl.
I'm like, oh, nah.
Yeah, girl.
Nah.
You gave him that wop. Yeah, girl. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the whole video was a mess. Brother looked like he made a mistake. It wasn't worth it, man. Wasn't worth it at all. And I don't know where that video happened. I don't know what state it was. But she had like a country accent.
Oh, hang on a second. Let's take our time here. You see, even though I myself wouldn't pay half on the groceries, I like Southern women. I like their vibe. And then, I've had my issues with the mammies, but it has never gotten to the point of, being verbally abusive. I enjoy the jousting matches with them. I liked the way she spoke. She wasn't like some contentious New York broad, motherfucker. She was talking to him. She was talking about that wop that she gave him. Clearly, I liked his position. So I'm just giving some context here. I appreciated what I saw from both of them. But I feel different now, Brooklyn Giggles. I don't go half.
Nah,
I'm not paying your bills. Fuck out of here. Go ahead.
I completely disagree. My man was simping for no reason. You're paying groceries for her and her children. See, my thing is, these women be trying to get people killed. Say I buy you the groceries, buy groceries for your children, whatever. Baby father gets mad that I did these things, and then we gonna have a problem. So it's like you putting yourself in harm's way when any man that does this put himself in harm's way when they put himself in that position. And like for him to just cave in like that, it was a sad sight to see. Like, city girls are up again.
Brooklyn Giggles, he didn't pay for anything. What are you talking about? He didn't pay. The guy in the video, he didn't pay. He just walked out.
The fact that he had to just be there and didn't even realize what was going on, that to me kind of threw me off. Like, he should have seen what was going on. He should have seen the playbook. That's all I'm saying. Like, I was just like, this is crazy to me.
Stay with me for a second, Brooklyn Giggles, because I respected how that man conducted himself. He kept it quiet. He didn't say, "Yo, put that camera down." He could have grabbed her by the neck. He could have been on some other shit. Hang on. He let her get her clout. He walked out, and I'm sure he ain't coming back. Now, with all due respect, sir, you're engaged now. Did you get married? When is the wedding? Because you are about to go half, if not more. You said you had to get your money up before you got married. So,
and that's what I did. And that's what I did. And not just me. She also got her money up too. So it was a mutual thing. And yes, I understand the whole terminology, happy wife, happy life. But I'm the type of dude that I believe in going 50-50, and you have to have that agreement before even getting married, like I do believe that, when you find the person you want to be with, what I mean? There's nothing wrong spending money on her. There's nothing wrong buying her groceries. There's nothing wrong going in on the woman that you want to be with. But like, that video is a whole different conversation. Like that dude ain't trying to marry her. We don't know. We don't know. You know what I mean? Like, men, we're supposed to simp for our wives, but we have to have integrity. Got to have some type of integrity. Like, come on.
I hear you. I'm letting you speak. I'm not giving you any pushback. But when is the wedding? When are you getting married?
So we're hoping next year October, since that was 1 year, at least 1 year apart. So October.
You're not making the decision. What do you mean? We're hoping.
Why aren't
you setting the date and you say, hey, listen, we're getting married on such and such a date. I can't wait any longer. You're the one.
Star. As you know, when you're proposing to someone, obviously you don't rush the damn wedding. Like, you gotta make sure you plan it out right. You gotta pick the location. You gotta make sure it's the accurate date for both parties and both families. Making sure that her side of the family and my side of the family can make it. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't gotta explain that to you. You know this better than me. You know what I mean?
No, sir. I've never been married, and truthfully, when and if I do get married, I will more than likely marry the housekeeper. You know, what you're talking about is foreign to me. But let me ask you this before you go, Brooklyn Giggles. My showrunner, did you or do you get high with your parents? You're Nigerian, so it's different. You ever sit around and smoke a little something with your mom and dad?
Nah, that's never happened. Definitely never happened.
All right, okay.
My parents don't smoke drugs at all. So
okay, well,
yeah.
Just asking. I appreciate the call, Brooklyn Giggles. Thank you, man.
All right, man. Peace.
What do you mean? I know better than anybody. I've never been married. I don't even see myself to be getting married. To be honest with you, King Simon got your donation. Are you calling in, sir? He says, "Great show." Thank you, King. I think this show's a little raggedy and loose, and that's a good thing. Sometimes we have to go off the rails and not necessarily approach a trending topic, But we're discussing the video that is, it has not gone viral to my knowledge. Is it on Black Twitter? I don't know. I need to know where this happened. The woman got mad at her date for refusing to buy her groceries. Sir Shai also says LeBron made a Nia Long joke. Oh, okay. I heard the exchange, and I honestly didn't care. I'm more concerned about LeBron James and what is his wife's name? Savannah. I'm more concerned about, is it Bronny going back to play basketball? I don't think that's a good thing. No, he should retire and find a new career. Don't try and follow in your father's footsteps. Area code 815, good evening. We're having a discussion. Are you up to speed on the video? 815.
Good evening, Star. What's happening, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How are you?
I'm good, man. Okay, so I want to make, as far as taking care of the next man's child, right?
Yeah.
So you got to be willing to sacrifice certain things.
Yeah.
As far as, you getting with this woman and she has kids that's by another man, you got to be willing to see. All right, so I got my son with my woman. She has kids. And from the beginning, we've been together for 10 years. Mm. But from the beginning, I've always, when I met, the father of these kids, I allowed him to have access to his kids.
You said you do or you don't allow him to have access? I couldn't hear you on that part.
No. I said I did.
Oh, you did?
Hold on 1 second.
Go ahead.
So I allowed him to have access to his kids from the beginning.
Okay.
From the beginning.
Okay.
When I met him, we shook hands, we talked. All right, so he had his youngest was 7 years old at the time, 6 to 7 years old.
Okay.
But his other kids, they were older. But I let him know. I say, man, look here. Whenever you want to come see your kids, you can come see your kids. You know what I mean? And there's not too many guys that's willing to sacrifice that type of. You got to be willing to sacrifice, you know what I mean? Because these are his kids. And you got to understand that these are his kids. These aren't yours.
Right.
You're with her now. They had a so they had a relationship. They were together for, a while, and they had kids together. But you got to be willing to sacrifice that and not be jealous. And you know what I mean? So everybody's not built like that. You got to be built a certain way in order to.
Can I jump in for a second, sir? You're a father. Salute to you, and you're a man who has assumed the position of a stepdad. I respect that, but truth be told, you're an older guy. I'm focused on the younger generation right now because what you're saying, that's that old shit, I let him see it. Hey, hang on, sir. I let you speak. Please let me speak. I let you speak.
Yeah.
Let me speak. Let me speak.
Yeah. Go ahead,
That's that old shit. I let him come by and see his kids, Back in the days when I was up in the house, goddamn, everything gets shut down. Bitch, if your sister call, you don't pick up that phone unless I say it's okay. Your mama can't stop by. The baby daddy better be in jail or locked up. We don't need his money. You going and get you some food stamps, Section 8 something. I need peace. Right. I need peace up in this motherfucker. Now, that's a time gone by. But now, by today's standards, the younger generation, I don't think these guys in their 20s, even their early 30s, should be paying for shit. We are the prize. Red pill, alpha male, we are the prize.
Right.
These females have OnlyFans. They scamming, bitch you up on the gram, going live every goddamn morning. Get you some donations, or what do they call it, badges. Get you some badges, or whatever. However you get money off of social media, because they all get money off social media, and handle your handle. But don't ask me. See, I'm on that young shit today, even at my age. That old shit is that old shit. But go ahead and finish up.
But you still gotta put the pieces of the puzzle together, though. It's like I said, I'm talking about we're talking about dealing with taking on the responsibility of taking care of another man's child. It still boils down to understanding. You know what I mean? So if you want to be with somebody that has kids, you gotta be flexible. And you got to be understanding. I don't care. It's not about age. It's about understanding. Otherwise, there's going to be problems in the future. So if you don't want to be with her and she has kids and you can't handle being with her, dealing with another man, then move on to somebody that don't have kids.
Okay. I don't agree with you, but I let you have the last word. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay.
All right.
I'll give him the last word. I don't have to agree with you. I'm on that young shit now. I don't, that old shit, that's that old back in the days. Kids need a father figure. Do they still have the Big Brother programs and all that shit? Taking the kids to Six Flags. That's that old shit. I ain't paying for shit. And yes, I'm looking for a part-time girlfriend. Starting in January, because I'm moving out of Stone Harbor. I got to buy. Hold on a second. In between Emerald Isle and Wilmington, North Carolina. Part-time girlfriend. We're gonna we'll talk, 3 days a week. Get together once every other week. You don't disturb me when I take my naps. You know, part-time. Hang on a second, guys. Gio Perez got your donation. Area code 934. Hold on a second. Where is 934? Gio, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, Star. What up? What up, Star? What's going on?
Sir, I'm spoiled as fuck. Yeah, I'm spoiled as fuck, and I ain't paying for shit with these bitches today. Fuck out of here. What say you?
That's a fact. I ain't buying bitches groceries unless she's gonna cook for me, bro.
Right.
What I look like
Right.
going to Walmart, getting this girl a bunch of food just so she can eat by herself, or who knows if she'll have some other nigga come up and her cook for him.
Right.
3 dates in and you talking about I gotta pay for your groceries, you're out of your fucking mind. Sorry for my language. You're out of your mind, lady. You know what I mean? That's something that's like something that's like wife, like somebody you live with. You know what I mean? Like, so I gotta buy my groceries and pay for your groceries.
Yeah.
I might as well be a sugar daddy at that point.
I would.
And that's the.
I would never be a sugar daddy. Now, can I ask, how old are you, sir? How old are you? That's important tonight. How old are you?
37.
You're doing the right thing at your young age, and I say young respectfully. They are in pursuit of your name and a ring. They're in pursuit. Well,
that's a fact.
Not us. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, because like right now the women they want their man to be like loyal to them and be their sugar daddy while they leave all their options open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they'll still be entertaining other dudes in the DMs and stuff like that, and they'll have another dude in mind, but they're settling for you at the moment because that's, you know what I mean. That's all they can attain for the moment. Like that meme that says men F who they want, but women can F whoever they want, but men marry whoever they want.
Yeah.
So like we have the choice in the marriage, and also too, just because you've given up your punani, that doesn't mean that you deserve money.
Facts. Yeah.
That's what girl. That's like the mentality now. It's just like, oh yeah, I'm giving this up to you, and I get it. That's that's sacred to you, but it's not sacred to men. You know what I mean?
No.
That's a dime a dozen right now.
I'm on the FDR Drive. That's in New York City. I'm on the FDR Drive. I got Pornhub on my fucking phone. I'm
playing on the Bluetooth.
I'm gonna climax and then I'm getting back to work. What are you doing that's so fucking unique and special? You're on Facebook. You're on Snapchat. You're all over the goddamn place. You're not special. You're not unique. Yeah. What am I paying for? Why would I take a girl to the Bahamas in today's day and time? No, bitch. Meet me down there. Go ahead.
Yeah, so she could take a bunch of pictures without you and post it on her story and on her Instagram.
Right.
Posting plates. I'm like, no, I'm not doing all that.
No.
These girls is out of their mind now. And I wanted to talk about like men taking care of another man's kid and stuff like that.
That's the title.
Yes, I'm kind of like I'm in kind of like a unique situation.
Okay.
Because when I was incarcerated for 2 years, and my daughter's mother, we broke up, and she got with somebody else.
Okay.
And they ended up getting married, having another kid, but he passed away like 2 years ago, right? And the girl's like 5 now.
Okay.
And, I'm not with the mother, but sometimes, you know what I mean, if I go to bring something to my daughter, I also bring something to her. Like, I don't, I still try to show love, try to be like a father figure, but like an older male figure. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I get it. I get it. That I get, go ahead.
Yeah, but like, I'm not, like, if her mother came and was like, hey, can you help me with her? I'd be like, listen, you know what I mean? I do the best. I do whatever I want for my, whatever I can for my daughter, whatever she needs. But I will not, you know what I mean? I'm not going to step up, and take care. I buy gifts and stuff like that. But also, I'm lucky because my baby mother has a good job. You know what I mean? We co-parent very well. Good. That's never an issue.
You're a better man than me,
and
sir.
I just wanted to...
Okay.
I mean, listen, if he was still alive, you best believe I wouldn't be doing shit for that little girl. But, circumstances. But I wanted to talk about, like, again, how with my parents. My parents are Dominican, third world.
Okay.
And they look at weed like it's crack. You know what I mean? Like it's all the same thing. So when I was 13 years old, my father found, like, I smelled like weed. So he punched my eye out, my eye shut. Got on top of me, knocked me out. While he was blackout drunk. His eyes were more bloodshot than mine. So now that I'm older, I'm like, he's a hypocrite. Mm-hmm. But it was funny, though, because about a year ago, I was smoking at a party. It was like a family party. I was smoking in the back. Okay. And he came up and he asked me. He was like, yo, let me hit it. And I thought he was joking.
Your father?
And then when he took the joint.
Your father?
My father, yeah.
Okay.
My father, this was like a year ago. Because, like, this was like, when he punched me, that was probably like, like 20 years ago. Yeah. More than 20 years ago. So now when he asked me for the joint, I gave it to him. I just looked at him. I'm like, I should punch your eye out shut right now. I should punch your eye out for this shit.
I have to jump in. I have to jump in. Not to go too far back, but I moved to New York in 1981, Washington Heights. You know this already. I went to G-Dub, George Washington High School. Yeah. And I got a good understanding of Dominican families. And they had strong morals, ethics, and values. So he was probably trying to, I don't know what year, you're talking about your father punching you. He was probably trying to instill parameters within you. Just parameters.
Oh, yeah.
And now that you're older, hang on. Now that you're older, yes, he'll smoke with you, but he wanted to at least let you know at your, whatever age that was, don't fall victim to the bullshit. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, I was just joking around, Star. Okay. I thought it was pretty cool, though. I was like, oh, that's dope. You know what I mean? Because not it shows that he got a better understanding of it. You know what I mean? Like, both my parents are very progressive. When they moved out here, they didn't like black people because, we're Haitians and stuff. And then as time...
Well, in reality, you're a nigga with straight hair, respectfully. You're a nigga with straight hair. So, yeah.
That's a fact. Yo, what's funny? Star, I heard that. I heard you say that. It was you that said that. I heard somebody say, I couldn't remember who it was.
Star.
And,
I've been saying that for decades, sir. I'm fucking loose. But listen.
Yeah. You said that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was going to say this. When I was in Alabama, people were asking me, like, yo, what's a Dominican? Because in Alabama, they only know black, white, Mexican. Right. I'm like, oh, listen, we just island Mexicans or niggas with good hair.
No, yeah, niggas are straight. Listen, I got to take other calls, man. Thank you. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good talking to you, man.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, shit. We about to turn up tonight. Hold on a second. Everybody, my guy has called in. I want to thank him. Steve the Dean Williams from the Man Mindset Show. Steve, thank you for being available. Are you there, Steve?
No, you call. I'm here, brother. I appreciate you, man.
You are one of the few people, along with MREC, who can call me brother. So it's okay.
All right, brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, brother. Now I'm going to run with that one because you're my brother now.
well, just don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. But now, Steve.
Okay.
Did you see, not that you had to, there's a video on World Star. A couple of people sent me this. A woman got mad at her date for refusing to buy her groceries. It was in Walmart somewhere. Did you see that video?
Yes. Oh, did I see it? It was the most disgusting thing ever. Yes.
Come on.
All right. Oh man. Okay. Okay. You know what? This is why simps and tricks are out here today, right? Because this was a $400 bill that she expected him not only to pay, right, but got mad at him after only dating him for 2 to 3 days.
2 to 3 days.
Yeah. Right. And then had added, okay, his soft cupcake ASS stood there the whole time while she pulled his punk card. And then he pulls the card, and then she says, get out of the way, I'm going to push the cart myself. And he still is with her today, I bet.
If I can jump in, if I can jump in, Steve.
Yes, sir.
I respect that man, that big man, for not, going off the rails. He could have been charged. He could be right now be getting dragged on social media for talking to her in a way that, hurt her feelings. I got a lot of respect for him. I'm not calling him a cupcake or anything. He did the right thing. He walked away from her. Yeah, okay, I'll let go of the cart. Okay. But now, wherever this happened, I still don't have the location. And to be precise, the bill, $472, because as you know, she pointed the phone towards the goddamn register. I feel different at my age. I'm older than you. I'm from that era where if you marry the cow, you marry the calf. I feel different now. I don't think men should be paying, that early in a relationship. I mean, at some point you're going to pay down the line, but up front, absolutely not. And I want us to discuss this and promote your platform because this is your forte, the Man Mindset Show. Please, Steve.
Oh, absolutely. And out of all due respect, I totally disagree with you because, number one, a woman that introduces a child to someone after 2 or 3 days, that's a red flag, number one.
Right.
Number two, as a man, you do not allow a woman to pull your card, not only talking bad about you in your face, and then to the cash register, the cashier. And that gentleman, if he had any respect, you don't have to yell at them. You don't have to shake her. You walk away and don't look back.
He did. He walked away, Steve.
No, he had. Well, he walked away, and the part I saw is when it ended. The clip I saw, it ended when she asked for the basket. So if there's more video, what happened after she asked for the basket?
No. We saw this same video, but he walked away. You're calling him a cupcake. You're calling him a simp. I think he did the right thing. He's a big guy. She's probably 5 foot. She's probably 5'2" and 250 pounds. Long, nasty nails. What was he supposed to do, Steve? Was he supposed to grab her by the neck and say, "Stop filming me, bitch"? What was he supposed to do?
No, Star. Star. He's supposed to fix his collar and go 10 hut and walk away and not touch the basket. He pulled the basket for the woman after she disrespected him.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is that at the moment she said, "Let's go to Walmart," and wait, are you going to pay? I mean, you're not going to pay? That's when I'm walking away. I'm not touching the basket, Star. I'm walking away. Matter of fact, Star, a real man wouldn't even be with someone like that. But I'm just saying, some guys.
Let's go.
So some guys got to pull the low hanging fruit.
Let's go
off the tree. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is that because he didn't have any self-worth, he stuck around and took the verbal abuse. And I promise you, I won't say promise, this is where women feel that then they can put their hands on somebody based off of how she was treating them.
Okay.
So I'm just saying that where I disagree, he should have never grabbed the basket. He should have just turned around and walked away. But because he didn't have any self-worth.
Right.
Because he didn't have any self-worth, he not only that, he pulled the basket happily, and then she pulled his other punk card and said, "Let go of that basket. I'm going to pull the basket myself." And he was like, "Okay." So he was on some sucker stuff, man. He was a sucker.
Okay, so now you went over this video in detail on your platform on YouTube, The Man Mindset Show?
Yeah, I did a reaction on it. Yeah, I did a reaction off of it. Absolutely. Blew my mind.
Okay, so where are we now with, in today's day and time and society, women, on a larger scale, who still want to be treated as if they're queens, early on in a relationship, they want to be serenaded, they want to be pampered, gifts and things like that, because you always talk about, and I've always heard you say this, women are in seek of the man's name and a ring. The man is not. The ratios are different. There's more gay males, bisexual, trisexual. How bad is the reality of women losing the race, shall we say?
Well, the women are kind of winning the race based upon the softness of today's male. Again, you know, a lot of people are using these words like modern woman, but what creates the modern woman? The modern male.
Okay.
A woman just doesn't wake up one day and is a modern woman. It is a guy that like that guy in Walmart. When you don't have any self-worth, when you don't believe in yourself, you will uplift a woman. And these women are allowed to feel like they could be queens and they should be serenaded, but huge but here, that has to be earned when you're with a man. A man is not going to say that I'm going to uplift you, because a man is going to say that, you know what, you got to show me you're worth my attention, my time, and my respect, and then you get what's between my legs. But until then, you've got to prove your worth and value to me, because you're not special. You're just a perk. And I'm not trying to knock ladies. I'm just being honest. You're a perk in a man's life. No, you know, no disrespect to ladies, but you're not special until I say you're special. See, a lot of these women don't have value. They just get value from guys like Walmart guy over there giving that woman value. But she's not special. It's just suckers make them special. They trick.
Okay, if I can jump in. And I like when you and I are not necessarily on the same page, because you then get to promote what it is that you do. You do consultations, you do courses, and so on and so forth. The Man Mindset, again, on YouTube. But now there is a growth period, and we have to be real. You know, guys have to learn, and sometimes you fall short. Sometimes you hit roadblocks. You have to learn. Every guy doesn't know what to do off the top, right? And you yourself, with all due respect, and I remember this, you told me that you had a girlfriend that was, what was she? She two-pieced you? One of your older black girls.
The ketchup bottle. Yeah, ketchup bottle. Right, the ketchup bottle. Yeah.
And she destroyed your music collection. So you
BET, Donnie Simpson.
Right.
Yes.
So you had to learn. So this guy, again, let's go back to this video. And Deez, do we know where this video happened? Anybody, please email me. This guy learned. I can't say anything bad about this guy. He was a huge guy. I'm gonna let you finish up. And give you the last word. But last word. I salute him. Hold on. I salute him for not putting hands on her. He would be in handcuffs. He would have been tased, jumped by the police. He did what he should have done. Just play it cool, get up out of there, and get gone. You say different, please.
Yes, and for the record, the ketchup bottle was when I left and as I was leaving her, not during that time. It was as I was leaving. I got hit the ketchup. Okay. Anyway.
Come on.
Okay. So what I am saying is that for young men who don't know, find someone who does know and learn. I still wholeheartedly disagree. I am not pulling the basket is telling her that what you did is the right way to treat me.
Okay.
He rewarded the behavior by pulling the basket. And then when she recognized he pulled the basket, then she knew she had control. And what did she say? Give me the basket. I'll push it myself. What I'm saying is that, yes, he's big. It looks like a big defensive lineman. But you know what? Just because you're big doesn't mean you're a man.
Okay.
Your size does not make you a man. It's your mindset that makes you a man, and how you honor your name and respect the ground you walk on. You don't put your hands on a woman. You don't have to shake her or grab her neck like you were saying. Right. You walk away, or you realize that why am I spending time with a woman that can't even cut my grass? She's not worth. I cannot believe the desperate. Are you that desperate to be with somebody that sounds like Grodd? We didn't see her face, but she was like, "Hey, come here, I got this." You know, she sounded like she had some hot dogs in her mouth or something. No, this is. I'm just saying, she sound really like she had, like she was like a defensive tackle, like she was gonna really hurt him. And I think he knew that if I didn't follow her, he's gonna put hands on me if she hasn't already.
Okay. Okay. Anything else on your channel, Steve? You want to mention any recent episodes? Anything by way of your philosophy and ideology of how to help men, please?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a show coming, 2 shows tomorrow. But more, forget that. I just want to say thank you for just giving me the chance and the chance to chop it up. Hey, I'm just saying one time, my brother. I get to say it one time. I'm not pushing it. Not just playing with you, but no, I appreciate you and your callers out there. But I just want to say to the men out there, don't put your hands on them. Make them work for you, and stop giving them the opportunity to think they're better than you, because they're not.
Thank you, Steve. I appreciate you calling in on such quick notice.
Thank you, Star. Thank you, brother.
Yes,
thank you, Star. Thank you, Star.
All right. Steve the Dean Williams, MREC, and King Simon calls me brother from time to time. You know? Steve the Dean, MREC, King Simon. All right. So we're having a discussion this evening. Again, it's not a trending topic, but the video that's on World Star and other platforms, it's titled, Woman got mad at her date for refusing to buy her groceries. I feel different now. I feel so different now. Social media is such a highway to insanity. It's addictive, you know? And we saw what happened because this woman just felt compelled to go live and shame the man. He was good enough to lay down with. He was good enough to go into Walmart with you. You know, he didn't want to pay half, and then she just grabs the phone and starts filming him. That's hoe-ass shit. That's a violation. We need to get to a point where we can sue people, you know? Oh, I'm sure there are some states, I don't know offhand, I've got some research notes. Anybody know about intentional humiliation precedents? There's got to be. Intentional humiliation precedents. You didn't like what I said, and now you're trying to make me lose my job. You didn't like my fucking joke. I said something about your fucking car, which is junky, and you've got bald tires, and now you're filming me and asking me, "Are you homophobic?" What? Hey, Stacy. It's Jay-Z's birthday today? Yeah, he's 59, like myself. What is he claiming now? That's an old story. Google the Star Chamber. It was back in the days when we did the Star Chamber. Jay-Z's birthday. He's the same age as me. Oh! I don't want to blow up the spot, but you know who else would know? Hold on. Are they cool now, Jay-Z and the Jazz? Jazzo, pardon me, Jazzo. Are they cool now, guys? Ask Jazzo. Thank you, Stacey, for your donation. Ask Jazzo. Crown got your donation. Johnny Too Cool would be paid after an eye jammy. Okay. Gordon, I got your donation. Are you tapping in? So where is Gordon? Area code 770. Gordon, you're up next. Sit tight. I'm coming to you. Give me 30 seconds. Gordon is up next. Okay. Frank White got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Neil, I got your donation. Thank you so much. Patrick, Diddy left a PS5 on my bed. Should I be concerned? What? I don't know where you're going, but thank you for your donation. And how do you say your name? Praise Lord TV, it got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. What's good, Star? Been in Nottingham over the weekend watching Cryptics fight. Okay, my birthday's. Thank you for your support. Thank you. Praise Lord TV, okay? Area code 770. Gordon, is that you, sir? Thank you for your patience. Good evening.
Good evening, Star. First and foremost, a single mother will never respect a man if he takes care of her and her children.
Come on.
It's a fact.
Come on.
And that man allowed himself to be violated. First and foremost, what are you doing in Walmart 3 days after you met the woman? Right. That was a setup from the go. So he's standing there, she's pushing the cart, then she has the balls to film him and violate him. And he sat there and said nothing.
Stood there.
Because he was an easy mark.
He stood there.
Stood there. Yeah. And you can say he didn't do anything, but he shouldn't have been there in the first place.
You're right.
He's not standing in his masculine frame. He's not standing in his masculine frame at all. Because I'll tell you one thing, she knows who she can and who she can't get away with that. Because she's not trying that with everybody. First and foremost, the right person wouldn't even be in the store. Right. But there's some people that may tag along, they're not taking that. She knew she could take advantage of him. He probably doesn't get that much sex. She may have, fooled around with him a little bit. So he's along for the ride. So I'm telling you, single mothers, this day and age, don't do it. They know who they are. They know what they do. They know why they're single mothers. Men, if you're smart, stay away. You heard the guys, gentlemen, earlier in the show, they were almost apologizing for being involved with single mothers because they know the deal. The kids won't respect you in the long run. You'll never be their father.
Right.
And she doesn't respect you.
Ooh.
Because you were a Hail Mary.
Yeah. If I can jump in for a second, I like the way you're laying this out. And even though I think he did the right thing by just playing it cool, and getting out of there without incident, you are right. He never should have been there after 2 or 3 days in Walmart. Can you speak to that a little bit more? How did he wind up there?
Because that's his level. He played to his level. Water rises to its level, right. And that's what he is. You stated earlier that men have to learn. That man looked well in his 30s. So if you haven't learned by then, you're in trouble. Because the thing is, it's like you have to have power as a man. You have to have the ability to reward a woman, but you also have to have the ability to punish a woman. And if you don't have those two mechanisms, you're done.
Yeah.
Because a woman will walk all over you because they have the power nowadays. They're going to shame you. They know they can do this. Yeah. And one thing about women, I will give them credit, they stay on code. They know what to do to shame men. And because men are so soft and, so wanting for sex, they'll be shamed because, it comes from their mothers too. They've been beat down by their mothers their whole life because they probably come from single mothers. Right. And they just become mules.
If I can jump
Black men are the mules of society.
If I can jump in for a second. And you're right, they stay on code because the cashier, she was shaking her head. Yop, yop. Right? You saw the cashier.
There you go. It's all a game, man. And the thing is that they Frankenstein a man together. They'll get him to pay for half the groceries. They get the other guy to pay the electric bill, the other guy to give him a ride.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
She's got a whole team out there. Paying the bills, and she's getting an SSI, Section 8, whatever it is. She's living a life.
And he's probably one of 3 guys or 4 that she, can, as you already laid out, get to meet her at the Walmart. I need a ride.
At the Walmart. Yeah, she puts a Frankenstein man together.
Yeah.
Pieces here, pieces there. She knows exactly what she's doing. And there's one guy that she deals with that has to pay nothing.
Right.
He's the guy that comes by at night, and he was eating at Walmart later.
Right. Yeah.
There it is. Man, you got to stay on code, man. Understand who these women are and understand what their agenda is. Yeah, it's clear as day. Once they show you who they are, walk away.
I think you did a great job. Thank you for your call, man, and your support. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. Whew. Where did this happen? I still don't know where this happened. Guys on the screen, www.20for30.shop. This is a platform. If you're thinking about insurance, go there. Tell them I sent you. You'll get a consultation. It's all about insurance, whether you know it or not. Healthcare, dental, it's all about insurance. That's a very, very important platform, okay? Hey, Katrina, I got your donation. Are you calling in? If the callers don't like the woman, just say that. Okay. I would love for you to call in. I'll let you speak and give you the last word. I don't think it's so much about the callers not liking women or, being hateful toward feminine nature, but we have to stand our ground on certain things, Just because you've got the WAP doesn't mean that I'm just going to roll over and fucking come out of pocket, But thank you for your donation, Katrina. If you want to call in, I would love to get another female's perspective. Hold on a second. Oh, my goodness. Tony the Closer, we have to talk. Tony the Closer. We have to talk. Oh, my goodness. I just got a crazy email. Everybody, hold on a second. Everybody, hold on a second. Let me just read this. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I don't want to say any names, but there's a guy from the 516 area code. Sir, if you're watching, you and I had a conversation. I need to talk to you. I just got an email from a high-powered lawyer asking, has iHeart been sued yet? Can somebody please tag Tony and say, yo, Star needs to talk? I mean, I'll call him after the show, but Jesus Christ, you see, that's what it's about, suing iHeart. Why do you think Cassie got that bag so fast? She was suing corporations. Don't just focus on Caesar and what's his brother's name? Lucci. That's my nigga, Crazy Lucci. Don't just focus on Lucci and Rashawn Casey. You got to go after iHeart. Holy shit. Richard, I got your donation. Caller got that nigga wearing bloomers. Okay. Let's get back to the show here. Okay, and thank you again, Gordon. Great call. Wicked Hebrew, thank you for tapping in. Brooklyn Giggles should be named Brooklyn Giggles. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. KT, I got your donation. Are you calling in? I want more females to break this down. I will let you speak and give you the last word. KT, is that you? Area code 608. KT.
Yes, this is me.
I thank you.
Me.
I thank you for your donation. Never mind old nigga Star. Girl, talk your talk.
I'm not minding you, Star. Like I said, I see it's a lot of men that call into your show, and I feel like they don't like women deep down. That's why I said if you don't like women, just say that. We're fine with that. A lot of times, a lot of men choose low budget hoes because they out here in them clothes.
Right.
And y'all choose them, and then when y'all find one that's not like that, right. She might be a single mother that's not out there like that, because you're not going to find all of our single mothers outside every weekend. We go to the grocery store, we go to work, and we go home.
Okay.
We hang out with our kids. We're not doing all that. Y'all go for the ones that's out there flashy. Mm-hmm. And then when you start dating them and they take you to Walmart and do some bull like that, then you want to be like, oh, man, she did me this and she did me that. She studied on me. No, she didn't. You chose that. You chose that, sir.
She caught a lame. She caught a lame.
She caught a lame, and he caught what he wanted.
If I can interject, now you may or may not have heard me say over the years, every male is not a man. Every male is not a
And
man, right? You heard me say that?
and I say, and I agree with you. And every female is not a woman.
Every female's not a lady. A female's not a lady. Okay, so
Not a lady.
right. Okay, so you saw the video. Gordon just called in and said that the guy never should have even been there in Walmart after 3 days.
No, he shouldn't. No, he shouldn't.
Come on.
He shouldn't have been there for one. Two, why she going to Walmart? She knew what she was doing. Mm-hmm. If you going to Walmart to go grocery shopping, where the real grocery store at? Because I really don't know too many people that shop at Walmart for food. I don't go in Walmart for food. I go to a real grocery store.
Okay.
I go to Pick and Save, Goodman's,
Okay.
I don't go in Walmart for food.
Okay.
I thought Walmart was like, I don't know.
Everything else.
The new Kmart. I don't know.
Yeah,
everything else but a grocery.
Yeah, we all go to Walmart. I'm in Walmart heavy 3 days a week. But yeah, I don't buy food there. But now, okay, so this guy, whoever he is, and I still don't know where this goddamn video took place.
Me either.
He didn't pay. He didn't pay for the half, which was $472, the total. Your final thoughts and stand on what you said. You don't think a lot of males or men even like women. Can you expand on that, please?
Well, I say that because I spend time on TikTok, I spend time on Facebook, and it's always some men, like on Sunday morning, it's like a bunch of men just bashing women from here to there. Now, I have a child that plays basketball. I just seen a post saying women can't play basketball. We don't play ball for y'all. We play ball because we like it.
Okay.
There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. I don't know. I don't have that mind. I'm not a feminist. I don't believe in that because my mama never said we wanted to be equal. I never heard that shit in my house.
Okay.
Ever.
Okay.
So, but we do want to be treated fairly. I'm not saying that we all need to be on the same level as men because you can never be that.
Right.
But most men these days have this concept. I don't know where it came from. I think it was like in the, I want to say 90s, that came along with hating women. And they don't even understand how they hate women or why they hate women. Most men hate women because your mother is a single mother. You know what I'm saying? She didn't take the time to raise you right because I'm a single mother, and all three of my sons love the hell out of me.
Okay.
I don't play that game. I don't sugarcoat anything from my kids. They know their father. They know who their father is. It's the way that you raise your kids to understand life, and then there's people are just out here. Some women out here just having babies just to be having babies. Because I have 5 kids, I only have two kids. I mean, 2 baby daddies. What does that mean?
If I can,
I know a lot of hosts.
If I can jump in for a second, to be objective and to be fair, maybe it's not males hating women. Maybe we just we've seen enough of the bullshit. I can remember back in, I think it was 1986, this god-awful song, oh my goodness, Gwen Guthrie, Ain't Nothing Going On But the Rent.
Okay, I remember that.
That was a monumental fucking anthem. I just think, that song.
But do you know,
hang on, can I just finish my talk? Girl, I'll give you the last word. That song, I never hated women. And you've heard me say over the years, I like women. But that song made me say, what the fuck? I ain't paying no rent. Fuck that shit. I mean, it put something out there in the air, so to speak. So what about men who don't hate women, but, they're just not falling victim to the bullshit? And now we've got social media. We've got women doing too much, on a daily basis. And we just don't want to get caught up in the bullshit. Finish up, please.
I'm going to say social media is like a downfall to the black community as a whole. Yeah. The song Ain't Nothing Going On But the Rent.
Oh, my God.
That was a song that was like an anthem for black women. I don't understand why because I don't get it, but anyway. but it's like it started a lot of anthem. Now
not all this ratchet, you know what I'm saying, ratchet mess is going on. Men don't want to see that, you know what I mean? You have to know when you're a lady and how to present yourself.
Yeah.
Like Adele Givens used to come out on stage and say, I'm a fucking lady.
I love her. Is she still doing comedy, Adele?
I don't know. She's friends with my aunt. I would have to speak to my aunt.
Love her. Love Adele. But I'm sorry.
Do too.
Go ahead. Finish up. Go ahead.
But I think we just have to come together as a culture, as a whole, to get past this fight that we have with one another.
Okay.
But you know, I know that is a lot of women that hate men, and I'm not saying that, but women have always said it. But now men are beginning to say it, and I just think men should. If you don't like women, just say that. We'll be fine if you're a lady.
If I can say one thing, and of course I'm gonna let you finish up. You know what bothers me? The level of, how do I say this? The level of gay men who by today's standards are quick to put hands on a female, and they don't catch enough hell for that. They don't catch enough slack. And I don't like that. I don't like that. And it's almost like nobody will check them.
I blame black women for that.
Come on.
I blame black women for that because a lot of black women made it feel okay for them to be friends and we gonna go to the club and we gonna whoop this bitch. We gonna do this and blah blah blah. No, that ain't cool. That's still a man at the end of the day. You talking about going to beat up a female with a man.
Yeah.
You bogus.
Yeah.
So I have male friends, but I have gay male friends, but they don't present in that way. Like if you dress up as a woman, you can't come around my kids. I had this one girl bring one of her friends over, and I said, "Baby, he gotta go." Girl, she fine. No, the hell he not.
Right.
He gotta go. Why you keep calling him? Because that's what it is. Right. You're not gonna finish.
Girl, you got a nigga with a wig around my kids. That ain't gonna work.
Right. Y'all both can go. I don't play that.
Yeah. I appreciate you, girl. Thank you for your support and thank you for calling in.
Always.
Thank you. Okay. Oh, we cooking tonight, huh? We cooking tonight. Uh-oh, wait a minute. We got to go left. We have to go left. Yada Bear, the #1 Eagles fan, down and in sports. You called in a couple of days ago talking greasy about what your Eagles were going to do to the 49ers. Yada Bear, what happened?
Hey, listen, I called in talking greasy as I should. Look, we took an L last night. You know, they came in, they got their revenge. This game means more to them than it did to us. They were talking about this game since we beat them in the NFC Championship. You know, so they had this on their calendar, mark, circle, had a star next to it. They've been preparing all off season for this game. They even went out and got one of our former players for this game, and then went out again and got a defensive end in Chase Young for this particular game. So, listen, we took an L. It took 5 weeks for us to take another L. So all the haters out there that still want to hate, please continue to hate because we're still sitting on top of the NFL as #1 and #1 in the NFC, okay? We played 3 games in 13 days. So one of these games we was bound to fall. We played the Chiefs on Monday night. Then we turned around that same week, played the Bills, beat both of them, and then turned around and we played the 49ers yesterday. So you tell me what team is going to go undefeated playing 3 of the top teams in the NFL in 13 days. And for all the haters in the live chat that's saying that we didn't play nobody this season, you must be watching something different because we got a first-place schedule. We play all the top teams, and we're 10-2. So only thing we could do now, dust off the bruises and get ready for this Sunday, take care of business against the Cowboys. And then yesterday's game, it's not even going to matter. So everybody can stop hating. They can't look. They came in and they did their thing. They exposed the weakest part of our defense, which is the middle. We had trash linebackers. We just signed a linebacker in Shaq Leonard, who used to play for the Colts. So hopefully he can step in and help us out in that area. But we're still number one. With that loss, nothing changed on our end. We're still the number one team in the NFL. Everybody's still looking up at the Eagles.
Okay, so what does this mean for the long haul that you hit a brick wall with the 49ers? And in terms of the playoffs, can the Eagles, if they meet the 49ers again, I don't know the schedule, educate me if I say the wrong thing, can they make the adjustments? What happened in that game? I only saw part of the second quarter. Will they possibly face the 49ers again? And if so, can they make the adjustments? That's my question.
Oh, yeah, it's very possible that we can face them again in the playoffs. Right now, like I said, we are still the number one seed, so they are still trying to catch up to us. The adjustments that need to be made is, as I said earlier, we just made a signing of a linebacker that we needed. Hopefully he could come in and help improve the defense. The second, from the past 3 games, we've been playing really bad in the first half, and we made it up in the second half. Yesterday, I just felt like, we ran out of gas. We had a team who's extremely gifted on the offensive side, who's well rested. They had 10 days rest before they came to play us.
Okay.
So they were well rested. Everybody was healthy on their end. We was missing our starting tight end, Dallas Goddard, who's still recovering from a broken forearm.
Okay.
So they caught us at the right time. Will we make the adjustments? Yeah, we'll make the adjustments. Will we see them in the playoffs? Hopefully. We get the NFC Championship rematch again, and as always, the road to the Super Bowl still runs through Philly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, so one last question. 42-19, that was the final score. That was an ass whooping. Yes, that wasn't just.
Oh, yes, it was.
That wasn't
like I said, they spanked us.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, they spanked us. They whooped our ass. They shoved it down our face.
Yeah.
Like I said, they've been waiting for this game since last year. They've been talking trash all year. They caught us at the right time, and they put a beating on us. I can't deny that at all. They put a beating on us, but at the end of the day, nothing changed on our end. We're still number one.
Okay. Now, did you and Left Handed approach this yet on Down and In Sports? Your show?
I will be discussing that tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow, 8 o'clock, we'll be going live on StreamYard, YouTube.
Right.
60. We are definitely live on 60.
Okay.
And we'll be discussing this. We also will be discussing the LeBron and Ime Udoka incident. Yeah. He basically called LeBron, he called him soft bitches.
Yeah.
He said stop. He said stop being soft bitches. And LeBron was like, "Hey, you need to watch what you say. You shouldn't use words like that."
And didn't he say something like you coming over here like you about to do something? What was that he said?
Yes. Yeah. He said you coming over here like you're gonna do something. Y'all playing like soft bitches.
Wow.
Stop crying. And but he said it right in front of me.
We had a tether talking crazy. A tether
yeah,
talking crazy.
He's talking mad crazy. Ooh. And I think, he's trying to, build up the young guys on his team because, the Rockets got a bunch of young guys and they also got the guy Dylan Brooks who's trying to act like a villain. Him and LeBron always get in, jawing at each other. So it should be interesting. And yesterday during the game, the Eagles head security guy got into it with one of the 49ers linebackers named Dre Greenleaf, and they both got ejected out the game.
I didn't see that.
Some hands were thrown. Greenleaf Greenshaw, I believe his name was. He kind of like superplexed Devontae Smith on the sideline, on the Eagles sideline, and the Eagles head security was right there, and he put his hand in security's face, and security smacked his hand out, and they was ready to tussle, and they both got ejected out the game.
Okay. Yada Bear, great to hear from you. Thank you for the updates on everything. And you and Left-Handed, keep me posted on your live stream tomorrow, please.
Yeah, no doubt. Peace, Star.
Thank you. Peace. Okay. Folks, it is Monday evening, and we're having a very good discussion here about the woman who got mad at her date for refusing to buy her groceries, all right? I got a text here. Hold on a second. Deed says she thinks this happened in Hoover, Alabama. Anybody up to speed? This video that is on worldstarhiphop.com and a few other sites. Hoover, Alabama. Does that sound right to anybody? Okay. I feel different now, you know. In today's day and time, no, I don't believe in, you know, buying your shit like that, half on the groceries. No. Especially when you have this access to social media. And women are vanity driven. Women are vanity driven. So you know, you're on live, you're playing with your hair, your weave, whatever the fuck, you know. You're looking for compliments. It doesn't mean that I'm insecure, and it doesn't mean that I'm in any way, shape, or form jealous. I just don't want a bunch of, you know, males who are not necessarily men in our goddamn business. Hang on a second. Skylar Saunders, are you out there, sir? Do you want to tap in? If not, I do want to make sure that I'm promoting his platform. Where's the thumbnail for Skylar Saunders? And that's my take. Hold on a second, guys. Okay. Let me just say again with regards to the showrunner. I don't know. An associate of mine, you know, he and I had a good conversation, and he reminded me that he used to get high with his dad and his mom from time to time. And I don't know, does that make a relationship have legs? Is that breaking the ice? I've never done that. I've never gotten high with my parents, and my parents didn't get high like that. My dad drank and smoked cigarettes for a while, but there may be a psychological, or there may be psychological research with regards to that. I don't know. I'm going to try and pull some more notes while we're talking tonight, okay? Wait a minute. Whoa. Where is this who I think it is? CVR, is that you? Area code 626. CVR.
Yo, what's up, Star? What's up, Star?
Hey, man, are you okay?
Okay. I appreciate the concern, God. I appreciate the concern. I just got out the hospital, and actually, I just had to part ways with some. Today in the chat, I could say whatever on this phone call, whatever. I could use expletives.
Well, now, hang on a second. I want us to try and, you know, have a productive conversation here. Most people don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Don't say anybody's names. You are homeless by choice. You're from the California area. I forget, yes?
Yes, I am. Straight out of L.A.
Okay. But you were in Jacksonville, Florida. You were broadcasting.
Yeah, now I call it Jackassville.
Okay.
I call it Jackassville, Florida.
About a week or so ago, you were in Jacksonville. You were streaming live, and you got beat up or jumped, and you wound up in the hospital. What happened?
I was jumped by 3 heads, man. You know what I mean? 3 heads. Make sure I took a fall. You know what I mean? I felt like Humpty Dumpty, man. I broke my first bone on that shit, man. They must have rather broke my orbital bone. One of my orbital bones and all that, you know what I'm saying? Had me leaking, and I've just been in the hospital for like the past 4 days.
Damn.
So I was over there doing a live basically, and you know, I only just record the audio and then I upload like the picture after. I got that type of way to record from one of the Manosphere giants known as Grinch, who's also from Los Angeles.
Okay.
So I learned how to do that from there. And I'm just recording audio. I'm sitting at this one spot about 2 spaces away from where I usually do day labor at. Mm-hmm. And then at this spot, now this spot has posters up that says, "Don't shoot," and it says non-violence.
That's what the posters say, and then they have a van that's outfitted as that as well too. Now, from what I gained and garnered, that's like a 501c3 that was probably started during like the PP loan era in the 2020s. Similar to like how cats be using car washes and using laundromats as fronts to pump outside of. You see what I'm saying?
All right, Steve, I got to jump in because you always go off the rails, so to speak. So why were you jumped, and how did you wind up in the hospital? Did they smash your face? So, why were you jumped? Why?
So I'm recording in front of the spot, and these cats work at the spot or they own the spot, but they scoped the spot's closed and it hasn't been open. So they scoped me out for like a good 40 minutes while I'm recording. They're like, "Yo, we a part of the spot." Now, of course, beggars and shit like that be coming up asking for like 75 cents and doing the can I get 75 cents, brother?
So you were told to move on after filming for, as you said, 40 minutes.
Recording audio.
You refused, or you said SMD? How did it become physical?
Okay, so what happened? This dude, so he kept coming at me. The minute that I saw that they had this shirt that was related to the place, I was like, okay, cool, I'm about to go. But then this dude kept coming at me, "Oh, pussy nigga, this, that, and the third." So while I'm moving my stuff, he's over there like doing that and putting up his chin like he wants me to take a cheap shot. I go and I mush him with my bag. When I mush him with my bag, it was over. These three cats, they fell up on me. It was a wrap. Yeah, it was a wrap.
Can you send me a link, CVR? Because with all due respect, people are clout chasing. People are trying to get their numbers up. Can you send me a link so I can post it? You're saying
I'll send you.
You're saying you were jumped in Jacksonville, Florida. You were down there doing day labor. And how old are you again? I forget. How old are you? I forget.
I'm 28.
Okay. Homeless
28.
Homeless by choice.
Yep.
And you have pictures with regards to the lumps and the speed knots. What can we post?
Videos. On one of the videos there's like a picture with me, but like basically it's like you can't see my face because it's dark because it was taken in the hospital room. So you see me with the ice pack and like my hair's looking all wild and shit. Right. My clothes still got some of the blood on it. And then also I'll probably be uploading some pictures with the I could upload you some of the pictures with the pills that they prescribed me and shit like that. I could do that.
Okay, hold on.
I want to pursue justice because I know you got the Snitch Network and shit.
Well,
so I'm like,
hold on. Not necessarily. I'm texting Florida boy Jay. CVR is on the line talking about getting jumped. You say you were jumped. Now let's slow down. You sure this wasn't just one little short nigga who wrecked your shit? How many guys jumped you?
3. So it was 2 guys, and you got Mammy. You got Mammy in the cut. 2 guys and Mammy with the beat down.
So why didn't you just run? Why didn't you just run?
Okay, I didn't because of the fact that so I usually would sleep across the street over like at like the pharmacy and shit like that, dude. You know what I'm saying? But at that point, you know what I mean? It just kind of like, once you already on the ground, all I could do was just swing and just get my little shots in that I could. You know what I'm saying? That's it. I couldn't do much more from the ground. You know what I mean? I never said that I have proficient hands. You know what I'm saying? Like my hands is usually used for, like caressing a female or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I never said I have proficient hands.
Were these old niggas that gave you that work, or were they people from your generation?
Around my age. Around my age. So millennials. Yeah, millennials. And I'm not gonna lie. When I had to defend myself in the past, like 10, in my 20s basically, 'cause I'm 28 now. When I was 24, I had to pull out a Sig Sauer when I was in Kansas at my home, and another time at my home in California, I had to pull out a machete. And at my home, you know what I mean, behind my door. So I've had weapons, you know what I mean, that I've used for defending my home before. But this is different being on the streets and when you ain't got weapons on you. Yeah, the hands not proficient.
All right, hold on a second, CVR. Hold on a second. We have I gotta go to the live chat. Hold on.
Yeah. Go right ahead. Go
Hold
right
on,
ahead.
stay with me,
I
man.
know they about to roast me. I know they about to
No.
roast
Listen,
me. I ain't tripping.
you
It's
call
all
in.
good fun.
You call in from time to time. Is it Latasha? Latasha said, "Why didn't the hoe ass nigga stand on business?" So Latasha,
Standing on business on that king shit. Shit, I ain't no king. I'm a god. What the fuck can I say? You know, I ain't no king. I'm a god. Shit. And I sure was right up over there on that spot. I still was on the spot.
Florida Boy Jay, where are you?
I didn't run.
Okay, hold on a second because I was in Jacksonville last year, man. I was down. I was in the hood for real, for real. Florida Boy Jay, you there, sir?
Yeah, man. Yeah, the real nigga from Duval calling in. I heard motherfucker.
Florida Boy Jay.
One at a time. Now hang on a second. One at a time.
CVR,
you familiar with East 8th Street? You familiar with East 8th Street?
Bro.
Dude, I was on 8th Street. Come on now.
One at a time.
I'm on East 8th Street. Yeah.
East 8th Street.
East 8th Street.
Is where you
right
say
there.
You were streaming live. Can you give us, don't say the name of the spot, but you were on the corner or what were you were standing?
Okay, so I'm right there sitting in front of, so there's a liquor store and then this church that says don't shoot on the what's it called, on the posters. This church said don't shoot, and then 2 doors up is where I work at, this day labor spot. You see what I'm saying? There's this gas station where everybody bumming and begging and shit like that. You see what I'm saying? So they mopped me up right in between that church, the don't shoot church, and the liquor store.
Now, with all due respect, CVR, with all due respect, you are one of those people bumming and begging, yes?
No, sir. And that's why I came at those cats the way that I did, because of the fact that cats will come up to me. So I'm posted up. I just got off of work. Cats come up to me. Oh, can I get 75 cents? I'm like, dude, like, hell nah. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Can't you see that I'm busy doing something? I'm busy doing work. I'm trying to do this podcast shit. Trying to get some, PayPal donations or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Off of the playbacks from my streams. So I'm just like, nah, like, fuck out of here. So then when these cats come up.
So you say you mushed somebody first. That's what you say. So you initiated this.
Yes, sir. Yeah, because I got up. But what initiated?
Stop right there. Florida Boy Jay, if he initiated this first, did niggas in Jacksonville, which is your neck of the woods, did they have the right to set it on CVR and put him in the hospital? He just got out. He said he's been there for 4 days. Florida Boy Jay.
Yeah, it sounded like niggas in Duval stood on business, man. That's what it sounded like. First of all, you're not from Jacksonville, so you wouldn't know. 8th Street ain't.
Well, I'm from LA. I'm from LA, so trust me.
Let him
like,
talk. Let him talk.
Okay, I'm here to help.
Yeah,
I'm here to help.
Go ahead.
8th Street downtown, where the bums and the slums at, and the little niggas with the blickies and the switches on them. Yeah. That's where you at. There's no business to be around there streaming, holding no phone in the air, talking to niggas. You don't even get gas over there by the 8th Street Liquors. But if you're not from Jacksonville, I don't understand why you would go certain places and think it's sweet. If you initiated any type of drama, friction, or misunderstanding, sound like they stood on business. And I hear what he's saying when he said, it could have been some young niggas. I think it was some old dope smokers who put hands and feet on them, because ain't too many young niggas right around that area. Ain't too many young niggas. Listen, man, I know the area. I'm not saying it wasn't a few young cats in the area, but I don't know, man. It sounded like you should have gave that 75 cents, big dog. You should have. Nah. Listen. You should have checked in with the hood.
Right.
It was a low key.
Check in.
They tried to get you for a toll fee. You thought you was better than that. Hey, I was from Cali. We ain't checking in.
Nah. That didn't happen. Guys.
Worth the money, man. Go ahead.
CVR, I have to ask you a question, because what Florida Boy Jay is saying, it makes a lot of sense. Did you get? hang on. Now, did you not pay a toll? Did somebody ask you to pay for a can of Old English? You started talking hella disrespectful, and then an old nigga stomped you out? Because the old niggas, hey yo, they don't give a fuck about going in and out of jail. Did an old nigga stomp you out?
Yeah, this was not the issue. What it was 3 cats that were around my age, so like they around like 30s, 20, like late 20s, 3 cats. That's what I'm saying. 2 cats and 1 mammy. That's it. And one of them was driving a Charger. The other one was driving, like, I don't know. I think it was like a gray Altima or some bullshit like that. And it was in front of the church to say, don't shoot on the posters in between that liquor store and the gas station that you talking about, Florida Boy J. You already know 8th Street. So but the church, it's not active. What's up with that building? Did it just get developed in 2020?
Young niggas would have shot you, CVR. You keep saying young niggas, 3 of them. They would have shot you in your ass just to make you get up out of there, not to kill you. Just shoot him in the ass.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised.
Shoot that widow nigga in the ass. Pow!
I'm honestly surprised they didn't pull out the blicky. Okay. I'm thankful that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful that didn't happen, but I'm honestly surprised. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they put the beats on me, and I just got out the hospital. Mm-hmm. I want to see that spot shut down because they still got the wraparound van with it. You know what I mean? I took my ass down South Florida as soon as that shit happened. Paid the $60 on a Greyhound, took South Florida, and got my wounds attended to over at that hospital. Because up in Jacksonville, they weren't hospitalizing me for shit.
Why do you want to hate on the hood? Why don't you just relocate to someplace else and stream live and let them do what they do?
No, I did. I took my ass down to South Florida. Like 28 hours later. Well, not 28 hours later. Gotcha. Like hours later, I bought that Greyhound $60 and took myself down to South Florida.
All right, stay there. Stay there. Let Florida Boy J chime in. He says he got out of Dodge.
So I'm just trying to keep up with this. It's going left, right, left, right, left. So you got jumped, and then you caught a Greyhound to South Florida, and then checked into the hospital over there.
Damn straight, yeah. Took my ass over to Palm Beach County because I already fucking knew, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew, because when I went over to Jacksonville, everyone, somebody called the cops. And then the cops was like, nah, you just got into a fight. And then they took my ass to the hospital, and the hospital was like, yo, you broke a bone and shit like that. I was like, oh, I never broke a bone before. So then they just, prescribed me a fucking, what is it? They prescribed me, some ibuprofen and threw me out.
You gotta watch the F-bombs, please, CVR. Okay, so listen, man. So the bottom line is, you're okay now. You're out of the hospital, yes? And you're in South Florida. You're no longer in Jacksonville.
Yeah, I'm in South Florida right now, but I'm still not great. You know what I mean? I still want to pursue something that gets the spot.
Well, listen, if you weren't shot or stabbed, and there's no vital organs, that were cut or severed, then I don't know what I can do for you. But Florida Boy J,
damn, so over the fact
hang on. Let Florida Boy J talk to you. Let him talk. Okay, FBJ.
Are you sure you weren't in the area cruising for low price bussy and you were trying to lowball and they knew what time it was and they tuned you up?
Hell no, man.
They looked at you up and down and said, damn well you ain't supposed to be over in that area with your camera phone on your selfie stick, twitching.
You see, the funny part about that.
Hey, throwing crumb trails of quarters on the ground, trying to attract some
like pigeons and some shit. Nah, dude, nah.
Cruising for some action.
The thing about it, I have the audio. It's uploaded right now on the YouTube channel on CVR the Bard, Spirits to the Streets. You know what I mean?
Send me
it's
the
uploaded
link.
Right there.
Send me the link.
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, it's on that comic book joint. It's like the last 20 minutes you start hearing me going back and forth with the dude.
Gotcha.
And then once he calls me a pussy nigga or something, then it cuts, and then you get to the next part and you hear me with a bunch of blood in my mouth. Looking for my phone.
All right, listen. CVR, I gotta go, man. Stay in touch. FBJ, stay there.
Appreciate
Florida Boy J, stay there.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all stay up, okay? Hey, thank you, Star.
Okay, that's CVR tapping in. Says he got jumped. Florida Boy J, you there, man? FBJ?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay. Yeah, man. Remember I told you a couple of days back he said he got jumped in Jacksonville. He was emailing me looking for some help, and I said, help to do what? You're alive.
Yo.
Get out of there.
Once he said 8th Street, I'm like, it started to add up. Okay, it ain't no reason you on 8th Street downtown in the slums with the bums, man.
Yeah. Are they hustling? Are they hustling bussy over there? What? The story doesn't make sense.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, Star, you go to a hood you're not from. It's time to donate. Right. It's time to pay the fees. pay the toll.
Right.
You trying to tell me you ain't have $1.25 for a Mad Dog? Ain't that nuts? Sound like you was around there soliciting, trying to get some discount prices on some things.
Yeah.
And niggas over there, they probably seen you with some Nikes on and Nike tech suit, and you had a little more in your pocket, you trying to lowball.
Right.
And they had to put in, you know, kills a young niggas. You won't be on the phone with us. You won't be talking to me and Star, not no A Street young niggas.
Yeah. Hey, man, Yada Bear just called in. I know that you call into her show with Left Handed from time to time. Any thoughts, not that this is a topic of discussion in detail, but any thoughts on the Eagles losing to the 49ers? Did you see that game?
Yeah. The Eagles losing to the 49ers is just a prolonged precedent of what should have happened last year in the NFC Championship game.
Okay.
All that push and grabbing a whole bunch of old niggas from other teams don't matter because Debo Samuel put on his black Air Forces and cooked them old defensive backs. Christian McCaffrey cooked them niggas. The 49ers, honestly, Star, they should be the Super Bowl champs. This is probably the best football team in the last 3 to 4 years, and I think Philly niggas finally got their nigga wake-up call.
Oh, shit. Okay. And one last thing before you go. Tracy Edmonds, Babyface's ex-wife, and Deion Sanders have broken up after a decade of dating. I think that's a great thing. I think he should get himself a younger model. But now, did 3 coaches leave Colorado, and there's some issues with some of the students making themselves available in a portal? You know what I'm talking about?
Star, listen.
Come on.
Everybody's hitting transfer portal on Deion, and I will let you know, nigga, I'm hopping off the goddamn bandwagon. We got to get Deion Sanders out of here. Your wife left you. I seen a video. He done ushered her off the stage.
That was his girlfriend. They weren't married. That was his girlfriend. They weren't married.
Girlfriend. Listen, Deion Sanders is slowly being exposed as a whole ass nigga. I'm sorry. I done seen enough in the last 48, 72 hours. That's my guy. But I'm sorry. I'm getting off the Deion bandwagon now while it's early. Between the transfer portals, him alienating non-star players on his roster and booting people who could have helped him. His assistant coaches, well, I would say, he designs his program for his assistant coaches to get better jobs.
Okay.
So that's one thing. But when it comes to the players, his wife, I think we've been
girlfriend.
I think we've been mesmerized by the high stepping and the blinging and the Ric Flair vibes. I think Deion Sanders might be a fraud, and I'm the first thing to hop off the bandwagon, and I might kick his back in on my next show, Star. It's time.
Wow. Okay.
Switching up on this.
I appreciate the update, man. And you have a new episode you want to post in the community section soon?
Yeah. We're gonna go live this week, episode 100 of Perspectives Facts podcast.
Nice.
We're gonna have a couple guests on there. It's gonna be lit. But yes, before I get off, man. They cheated Florida State, and it looks like my quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, I don't know, he might have just sprained his ankle, and we might lose this Monday Night Football game. So I'm about to do a backflip off my roof. So this might be the last time you hear from FBJ.
Okay.
I might do a cartwheel off the balcony. So you guys have a great
Thank you, man. Thank you. Okay. Florida Boy J tapping in. Alex, I got your donation. I saw Rory and Saucy Santana getting pizza in Atlanta. Okay, well, it's nice that you're thinking about Rory when he hasn't called in. Tommy, I got your donation. Ha, ha, ha. Got him. Lowballing pussy. I don't know. Oh, he says, hang on. That nigga CVR is all cap. I don't. Holy smokes. I have to. Guys, I need to. Hold on a second. Let me make sure I don't forget to text this person after the show. Wow. $305, sit tight. You're my last caller. Area code 305. Hang on. Let me go to PayPal. Folks sent in donations. Hamilton, I wonder when that lady clocked Steve with the ketchup bottle, did she say, checkmate, mother effer? That's a very well-known story that he put out there over the years, Steve the Dean Williams. And Steve, thank you again for tapping in, man. William Bobo says, Star, I heard back in the early 1900s, husbands were allowed to spank their wives. We need to bring that back. Women need to learn to fear men again. I've never been married, sir. I mean, that's I don't know what to tell you about that. I mean, society's different, you know. People are different. I'm not saying we should go back to that. But there were a lot of things in terms of laws and rights that women didn't have. They were restricted, you know. But thank you for your donation. Okay. And Shelly, I got your donation. Thank you for tapping in. Let me do 305. You're my last caller. Thank you for your patience. Are you there? Area code 305. Monday night.
I'm here, Star.
Hey,
yeah, I'm here.
How are you, sir? How are you?
What's up, man? This is Hades, man. What's up in the live chat down there, man?
How are you, man?
Y'all the people in there. What's up, man? Yeah, I guess I cover two. I guess we'll talk about the mammy thing. Well, the situation at the Walmart, and then the smoking with your parents. I actually was calling to talk about that. I guess talk about that.
Please.
Yeah, like for me, like I used to get. Well, my mom, she passed last year in 2022.
Okay.
July 4th of all times. But you know, as she had MS, which is multiple sclerosis. You may have heard of that.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, and she had that. So like we kind of knew, you know, the outlook of what was going to happen. Okay. But in the last 4 or 5 years or so, I had to really step up and, you know, be that caretaker, you know, be the dutiful son, do that.
Right.
And in that, we got to spend a lot of time together, just quality time. It was our final moment.
Right.
And just talking to her, she, of course, knew that I smoked weed and, you know, dealing with drugs and everything. So I started, you know, giving her marijuana, you know, weed for her MS, and it kind of helped her, you know, with some of her symptoms. But, you know, whenever I would smoke with her, I would smoke with her. You know, when we would, you know, just sit and chill and, you know, just talk and, you know, be together for, you know, that time. And, you know, it did kind of, you know, bring us a closer bond. It's like, you know, I'm smoking with my mom.
Right.
You know, there was a time where, you know, she raised me from, you know, of course, that's my mother. So from birth all the way up. And, you know, the things that I've been through and to still, you know, be here and the lessons that she's taught me and still be able to, you know, I can get high and, you know, still function, do my thing and handle my business while still taking care of her.
If I can jump in for a second and say that that's a beautiful story, man. I mean, I didn't really even consider, you know, smoking cannabis as a, for and correct me if I'm wrong, medicinal purposes. Did I say that right?
Yeah, when medicinal, it wasn't necessarily prescribed by a doctor.
Right. But to help.
Yeah.
To help with the pain.
It helped, right.
And other things that go along with, you know, cannabis. That's a great angle. I wish I had thought of that earlier. But yeah, so it helped her and you guys bonded. Tell us more, please.
Like we just got to bond. I mean, it's just the quality time. Like with MS, it limits your mobility, and then like for her, it got into that kind of point.
Right.
So she wasn't able to do as much. So all the things that she needed to do, I stepped up to do those things. But in that time, I would spend a lot of more time at her house versus my house, just in that time.
Nice.
So when I'm there, cleaning up her house, cooking for her, you know, we're sitting there watching old stuff we used to watch when I was a kid. When she was younger, she would tell me, you know, when she would get high, she started tripping out, goofing out, because I smoke like rapper weed, you know, the strong stuff.
Okay.
And she's used to like the old, you know, 80s, 70s type of weed.
Yeah.
It's not the same type, but she's like geeking out on it and, you know, tripping out. I'm showing her stuff that I'm interested in. You know, I'm getting to know more of my mother as a person, not just my mother or my, you know, a caretaker, but I see her as just, you know, my friend. Me and her were able to become much better friends.
This is a great story, man, and I'm glad that we're ending the show on this particular note. Thank you for sharing that, man, and condolences for your loss, you know. But
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to end it on that note unless there's something else you want to add.
Nothing to that situation. Just with the mammy thing, with the Walmart.
Yeah.
That was a setup. You know, she saw him as a mark.
Right.
She's dealing with him for 2 days, and they're having sex, and she's asking for money. If you're like living together, you're in a committed, firm type of situation. That's one thing to put, input into a household or to support somebody. But you just dating 2 or 3 days, and she done took you to Walmart in her car or whatever. She's playing you for a sucker. She saw ATM written across his head, and then
I forgot that it was her car because she said you got to find another way home. I forgot about that.
Oh, see, right? She trapped him. She hit him up.
Yeah.
Hit him up. I'll give you some head real quick. Roll with me, and then let's pop by Walmart, and then she had it set up. I didn't seen that, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, thank you for the call and thank you for your patience. Thank you.
You too, Star.
Yes,
Take
sir.
care, man. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye.